So I've been wanting to shoot this video for a really long time. This footage is pretty old now. It's from 2021, and I've been sworn to secrecy, but that has finally been lifted so I can share this story. And this is part of the channel that I've been kind of wanting to do anyway. Maybe share some of my own personal experiences as growing up. I've had a lot of paranormal experiences growing up, which is kind of what's piqued my interest into, you know, going into the woods and kind of looking into the 411 missing stuff, and it just fascinates me, you know, the whole paranormal, whether you're talking about aliens, Bigfoot, demons, you know, whatever, that I've probably seen any and every horror movie that is out there, any book, all the good ones anyway, you know, all of them, I've read them all. And so, you know, I have this interest in it. I just want to understand it better, I guess. You know, so anyway, what I thought I would do is, like I said, I can finally share this story. So let me set some context here to this event. My brother got pretty heavy into witchcraft, black magic, and things like that when he was younger. Very, very deep into it. My mom kind of helped him dive headfirst into that world, tried to get me into it too, and I just wasn't interested, you know. I mean, no thank you. But she still did kind of make me sit down and play with Ouija boards and things like that, and I've seen a lot of things in the house, and we've even had some things happen around here. But either way, I don't have a whole lot of things happen, not like my brother does. So things have been fairly quiet until this night. This was June 21st, 2021 at 4:39 in the morning. So obviously it's very early in the morning, and everyone's asleep. My brother is, I forgot to start this. There we go. Hopefully that doesn't just, you can hear me and not listen to that. If it says anything relevant to the story, cool. So something pounds on the door 3 times, just bang, bang, bang. And it shook the whole house, like the whole house shook. And it woke him up. He shot straight up in bed, and he looks at his wife and he's like, "Did you hear that?" And she's like, "Yeah, something's been ringing the doorbell for the last 10 minutes. So he couldn't hear that, and the pounding woke him up. This is going to be really difficult with that, doing that. So he gets up out of bed, and he walks out into the living room area, and both his boys, who are both 17, 18 at the time, somewhere around there, they're both standing out there too, and he's got this porch light that is motion activated, but not any motion activated. It's like it has to be a person. Like it's got to be like someone with giving off body heat or something. He tossed a pillow out there just to demonstrate, you know, for motion. Didn't set it off, and then he had me walk out there, and sure enough, it goes off. So someone or something has to be out there, all right? And now there was a storm that night, all right? So they're all standing there, and he looks at his boys, and he says, well, maybe it's some neighborhood kids playing a prank. And both of his boys look at him like, come on, Dad, seriously? You know, so he's like, all right, you know, and the porch light comes on, and so he goes over and he unlocks the door and he goes out there. There's no one there, no one, but the light's on. So he starts to just try to rationalize it in his head. And he basically kind of comes to the conclusion, they've got this bench out on the porch, and it's real heavy and metal, but like I said, the wind was blowing a lot that night. If you hear this say something that I don't pick up, let me know in the comment section. Anyway, so he basically says, maybe it's the wind blowing the bench up against the house. You always try to rationalize things. I don't like it when it does that one, especially sitting here in the dark and I can't see anything over there. That's at the point where he finally says, all right, you know what? It doesn't matter what it is. Let's just go back to bed. And so the boys go to their room. He starts walking back to his room. He walks in his room, and he said it was like walking into a freezer, you know. It was like walking into a freezer, and he could just feel this presence there. And you know, the way he described it to me, he said it was like, you know, like when you're playing like Marco Polo, you know, and like Marco, you know, and they're like Polo, and then like someone doesn't answer because they're cheating, you know, but you can tell that they're there, and you're like reaching out to touch them. He said that's what it was like. You could sense this thing there, but he couldn't tell where it was. And so he finally just goes, in the name of Jesus Christ, leave this house. And this right here is what happened. So what you're going to see here, let me come down here and I'm going to hit play. So what you're going to see here is these demons leaving his house right after he says that. All right, let's hit play. So once you see this tree, you're going to see this kind of fog go over right there. It's at 17 seconds. And then this tree bends over right there. So at 24 seconds, 4:39, 24 seconds, that tree bends over. Now, I want you to notice that all of these entities are going, like the tree is going this way and they're going this way. So that is impossible. If the wind is blowing this way and that was fog, it would be going that way, right? These things are going the opposite way. And the freakiest one to me is there's tons of them leaving. You can see this one that goes into the neighbor's heart right there. Okay, so at 27 seconds, 30, so at 4:39 and 27 seconds, this one goes kind of left of his neighbor's mailbox, and it shoots towards the side of their house. There's all of them, but just focus on that one. If you need to rewind it, go ahead. But this thing shoots over there, and then it kind of spreads out like this, and it stands up like it's a person, and it's walking alongside the house. To me, that's the most disturbing one, because it just walks along the side of their house until you can't see it anymore. That is bizarre. And then I think coming up here, I'm trying to find it, there's little eyes that show up in the driveway. There's a lot going on here. Right there. Okay, so 45 seconds, 4:39 and 45 seconds, there's two little eyes that show up. What was that? What were those eyes? Let's ask you. What were the eyes? What was these things? Are you mad that you were caught on camera? Not English. What are these eyes? What are these things being caught on camera? I think it said shadow something. I don't know. This is so difficult. Ghost? Am I making that up? All right, let's finish this out here. So you see those eyes, and they're actually going to bounce towards the house like 3 times, almost like a cat. Bang, 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 in that little extra area, and then it's just over. But yeah, I wanted to share this video because I've had to keep it kind of quiet for a long time, and I can finally share it. But yeah, some freaky stuff, you know. Why did you decide to show yourself this night? What was going on? Why did you feel like you needed to attack my brother? I don't know. So you can't ever understand it. My brother, actually, the one that whose house this is, I went fishing at his house, and he broke one of my outriggers on my boat, so I haven't been able to fish right now. I'm in the process of fixing it and maybe modifying it a little bit, and so I'll make a video on that when it's all done and I've had it out in the water and I know that it's gonna work. Yeah, I'll tell that story then. That's totally separate from what I'm doing right now. But anyway, if you liked the video, then leave a like and comment and subscribe. And if you heard anything on there while I was telling the story that I missed because I wasn't even paying attention, then write it in the comment section. And if you enjoyed the story, tell me if you've got any of your own stories, and I'd love to hear them. All right, I'll talk to you in the next video.